Good afternoon. We're doing a little outside project today, so I thought I would take you out and show you what's going on. Let's take a look.
We got another rung. We're gonna go up a block. We gotta cut another one. Cutting it's not as easy. The saw does good, but the blade is too short to get all the way through, so you have to rotate them. The first cut, it looks good on the front. The back wasn't so great, which doesn't really matter, but we're gonna try to reevaluate how we cut them so we can get a straighter line through the side. We're gonna do one more row of block across here and then put the cap block on it. So we gotta cut one and do full length and then fill that up with gravel and then cap it off, and then we'll move to the other side, start it.
So we're extending the retaining wall and doing some block extensions here. We had some drainage that we weren't really happy with, and we wanted to kind of extend the patio area a bit beyond this concrete space. I think this is 10 feet deep. So we wanted to bring everything out a little bit past the edge of this patio and maybe do some pavers or something kind of nice out here. But we have a drainage pipe on the inside of all of this. You can see it's coming out on this end.
Put the foundation and connect into this. And another thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna dig this down with a mini and then attach. We got a drain spout to put onto this. We're gonna bury it and run it down solid pipe on top of all of this, so it's not gonna have holes in it. It's gonna be solid, and then carry it out and then tee it together and carry it on out away from the house.
So
we're gonna get this wall, this last part of the wall done, and get this filled in, and then I'm gonna dig that.
So the goal is to bring all the water away from the house, all the way out, and extend it all the way out into the woods past the house. So we will be connecting pieces along the way and getting all this watershed away from the house.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to dig about a 2-foot wide trench from our original retaining wall out about 10 feet. And then we're going to put about 6 inches of 57 gravel down. We're going to compact it, and then we're going to level out our first row of block. And then we're going to continue with the backfill because we want to make sure that we don't have any hydrostatic pressure building up behind the wall. And we want all the water to nicely flow out to the property line away from the house. And this is really how you're going to protect your house and make sure that there's no water penetrating into the basement walls or around your foundation. It's going to keep our crawl space nice and dry, and that's going to help just the whole health of the house in general, because you don't want moisture building up in your crawl space. And what a lot of people don't realize is that even with hydrostatic pressure, the water will actually go underneath your footers and into your crawl space. So they got a really nice good vapor barrier down, but this is just going to help make sure that all that water has an exit route away from the house.
All right, so we will keep you posted as we keep working on the other side, and then we'll try to show you more of the beginning process as we start on this side. We'll show you more soon.
So now we're gonna dig down this side of the wall. There's a footer underneath this rock wall here that we're gonna start and use as our starting point. So we're just gonna dig down to that footer and push that pipe back so it'll go behind the wall, and then pour some gravel in to level and go from there.
Okay, update on the retaining wall. Looking really good. We've got this side almost completely finished and the other side almost completely finished. And what we're looking at now are these top pieces. So they are rectangular, whereas the pieces below are not. So when you cut the cap, you have this like extra left over. If you cut them in half, you also have a little gap. So I think what we've decided is to mark everything out and cut them at the same angle as the other block. So he's going to mark out some of those now and then measure the distance across and then get the second mark for the ones that go down below. So here's the retaining wall on the other side. We've got most of the rows stacked up over here. So we'll just keep working on this until we get all of the tops ready and cut, and then it'll be finished. But I think the height of it looks really good. It blends in really nicely with the stone that we have, and it extends out the wall so that all this dirt doesn't collect at our patio, which I think is the important part. Get it all like tapered away. So that's the progress update. Retaining wall day. Okay, end of the day update on the retaining wall. We got a lot of the pieces cut for the tops, all those weird shapes that we were talking about earlier. So you can see kind of how that worked out. That way they finish off and match the shape of the pieces underneath. So we're still working on getting enough pieces to make this all complete. We're gonna order a few more pieces of the top and a few more pieces for the retaining wall on this side, and then we'll get this all finished up. So you can see we've started extending the pipe out for the drainage, also still in progress. So we will show you more once we get this all squared up. But one side's almost completely done. The other side's still in progress. All right, we'll see you next time.